But little Denmark produces more milk and butter than the whole of India put together. Why? Oh, God loves the thing. And he hates India. No. You see, Denmark looks after its cows, good breed of cows, and they feed it and they get the return. In India, there's not even grazing ground.
Yeah.
So it has become a plague of cows. Now you see, your cleverness. It's immense cleverness. His lobola, your cleverness. You're protecting the cow, your cleverness. So
they should bring the cows from India and give them to the Africans, who then can buy the wives. You've solved the problem. 9 million cows.
So now what do? Therefore, we say we need somebody who will give us an objective law. And the only being who can give you that type of law is God. If it is from God. That law is not partial. It's not, this is for the Jew, that the Jews may milk all the other nations. Or this is for the European, or this is for the African. He gives you a law. Now look at that law, like the rules of the road. Is objective. 20 kilograms only you can carry in the plane. Objective. Previously 40 pounds in the train. Objective. So how you argue? I say, no, I can see there's a logic behind it. It's not made to discriminate against me or you or anybody. Similarly, we must get a law from God. And first thing now we must find out whether this is from God or not.
That's right.
Like this everybody claims. Everybody says this is my book, this is from God, this one says from God. Now we have to find out whether we have to now sit back and say, now let's see now whether this is from God or not. Or this is your own fancies, your own imagination, your own prejudice. So once we come to that realization that this is from God, then we submit. Then you find wholehearted submission. Because look, no motives involved. For example, I had a problem, Swaziland, King Sobuza, he was still alive then, his wife died. His eldest wife, she died. And there was a controversy in the country. How long is a man to wait before he can remarry? That's a controversy now. His wife died, so they want to know how long must he wait before he can get another wife. Soon that question changed to how long should a woman to wait? Because he said, look, he's got still 8 more wives. So it's not a problem. What are you worried about? But suppose the man died, if the king had died, his wives, how long were they to wait?
Yeah.
All right. So controversy in the country. So the king, the churches, there's a going on like what with jihad or no jihad. Same type of things are there. How long? So he called up a synod of all the African churches. The Jehovah's Witnesses, the Seventh-day Adventists and Presbyterians and the whole lot. Come, I want you guys to come and sit and talk. Very good idea. So there was a Swazi. He had become a Muslim. So he calls me. He said, look, my church also. He tells the king, my church is Islam. So I want my man also to come. So he calls me. So I also go down. In the King's Cross, they're sitting there in the grass from morning till 5. Things are going on. The guy comes forward. Each and every African is a Billy Graham, potential, or Jimmy Swaggart, everyone. They are master orators, natural orators. So the guy comes along and he says something and everybody applauds. Hooray, you got it. Next guy comes along, he says polish. What do you say is rubbish? Polish. Polish. This is porridge. Oh, it's rubbish. Garbage. It's all garbage. And he makes his point and everybody goes, another guy comes along. He says, means this is polish. This is rubbish. And he makes the point and everybody goes, it lasted till 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. No lunch, no tea, nothing. You just sit in the grass and you carry on. They don't know about all this. But this is your guest now. You must give them tea now. Give them lunch. You just carry on. I don't need to yourself. 5 o'clock, my turn comes.
5 o'clock at the end of the day.
End of the day. Yeah. So I tell them, I says, from morning till now, we haven't got the solution.
Yeah.
I said, you know why we haven't got the solution? I said, because we're quoting the Old Testament and we're quoting the New Testament. We're quoting the New Testament, we're quoting the Old Testament. I said, but the answer is not there. In other words, it's your cleverness, your own intellectual listening. You're putting forth your own idea. I said, the answer to this problem is in the last Testament. Have you heard of this? I said, chapter 2, verse 200. I open the book. Last Testament. What does it say? It says, if any of you die, leaving widows behind, they should wait concerning themselves 4 months and 10 days. Answers straight. You don't have to break your brain. 4 months and 10 days. But you will say, well, look, what's miraculous about that? What's wonderful about that? Anybody could have guessed. Come on, we all guessed. So you say 4 months, he says 4.5, he said 4 months. Some clever man might have guessed it. So Muhammad was a clever man. He made a guess and we think it's
4 months and 10 days.
4 months and 10 days. We accept, you see. But it says, what is it there to show us that it's from God? Any clever man could have guessed such a thing. I said, no, that is correct. Any clever man could have done it. But as I'll show you, carry on. It says that you can make, now to the widow, 4 months and 10 days. Why 4 months and 10 days? It tells us, the same book says, for divorcee, 3 months. You have a right to remarry after 3 months. But in 3 months' time, you'll find out whether you're carrying or not. Is it? So, no, she's clear, Sarah, you want to marry? Marry. Doesn't say you must, but you have a right now, 3 months. But for a widow, 4 months and 10 days. Why 4 months and 10 days? I'll tell you this now. I said, look, this woman, she's just lost her
We're all
husband.
dying to know.
She's just lost her husband. Right? All right. So it says that you can make an offer of betrothal to her.
During that period.
My sister-in-law, she's a widow, and she doesn't know what's going to happen to her, who's going to look after her children, and she can't pay the rent. So I go to her and say, look, sister-in-law, don't worry, I'll look after you and your children. I will marry you. So I can make an offer to assuage her fears, or I can keep it in my heart. I said, look, when the period is over, I will propose. The book says you can make the offer of betrothal, or you can keep it in your heart. But do not enter into a contract until the period is over. Aha. I said, now that is not Muhammad's cleverness. The rest you can say, man was a very clever man, very great philosopher. He says, don't enter into a contract with her. Why? Because she is upset in an emotional... Right. No, then I proposed to say, well, I'm so happy Mr. Deedat. I said, you don't mind marrying? He said, no, not at all. She thinks she's got something. So I called the priest and said, look, she's agreeable. I tie her up. Now, all the friends are talking. I said, no, don't worry, I married Mr. Deedat. So what, that guy? He used to beat his wife. He couldn't feed the children. Damn it all, what have you done? What was the bloody hurry? It's too late, madam. It's too late. Now you are in hell. Now the Creator knows. I might take advantage of your emotional upset. So I said, no, this is not Muhammad's cleverness. 1,400 years ago in the desert, the man is telling her, do not enter into a contract until the period is over. So giving her an extra time, more than 3 months, to come to a kind of mental balance. And you, in the meantime, you can suggest to her, she can start talking, say, Deedat must have, so what that guy is, you're going to die. So now you're on guard. So I said, like that, everything. This book now tells you anything, everything. You reason, he says, no, this is not Muhammad's cleverness. This is not Muhammad's cleverness. So where did he get it? So I asked him, hey, where did you get it? He says, given to me by inspiration. And when you look at the book itself tells you that this is not his. The whole vast volume I'll be giving to you. In that vast volume, 2,000 pages, you will not find the name of Muhammad's father. His mother's name is not there. His wife's names are not there. His daughter's names are not there. Where he is born is not there. Where he died is not there. What kind of a book is that? A man writes a book. I write a book. My father's name, my mother's name, my wife's name, my daughter's name, my companions, nobody is there. What kind of a book is this? His birth is not there, but the birth of Jesus is there. The whole chapter is there, name after the mother of
I
Jesus.
think that's very symbolic for that birth of Jesus. I can't bring myself to believe that it could be a virgin birth. So it's got to be a man and a woman.
Now, that's a different.
Yeah.
But now here, this is the only book, non-Christian book, which makes it an article of faith for its followers to believe in Jesus. Why? When the Jews made a mockery of Jesus and his mother, you see, they said, he is the